let's get it started in here on this Friday, getting in with one more time, this time with feeling, Luigi Mangione. And this one is not so much about him, but about his appearance in court and his outburst, and his lawyer telling him, don't say a word from his outburst. Now he's starting to get a little bit of some Luigi is starting to get a little bit of a handler in the case of his lawyer who's been appointed to him. Of course, Mr. Mangione is accused of murdering healthcare CEO Brian Thompson a week ago, basically days ago, and had a public outburst and has many public outbursts outside the Pennsylvania courthouse. He is fighting extradition. That's probably not going to be much of a fight. He is saying he is innocent. There's evidence that is basically pointing to someone looking a whole lot like him and stuff that he had being him. His lawyer still says, that's Mr. Thomas Dickey says, he hasn't seen anything yet, which could mean he hasn't seen all the evidence, or he really believes the guy is innocent because he's delusional or he's a lawyer. That's what they do. But he instructed Dickey instructed Mangione to don't say a word after latest batches of outbursts outside of the courthouse. Basically, he said, "I'm the lawyer. I'll do the talking to make sure this works out." Because the person who represents himself, which in Mangione's case, him just yelling and screaming stuff, is an idiot, is a fool, is a person who's going to lose the case. He is contesting extradition, as we said. He's facing charges from the December 4th shooting of Brian Thompson outside of New York Hilton Midtown in Pennsylvania. He's charged with forgery, carrying a firearm without license, and tampering with records. So that's from being caught in Pennsylvania. But the whole murder thing back in New York. So he's going to be charged and tried in two places because he was caught outside where the original crime was done. Defense plans to challenge the admissibility of the evidence, including the fingerprint and ballistic data linking Mangione to the crime, of course, fingerprint data on the water bottle and a wrapper of a Kind bar. He expressed skepticism about the evidence itself, saying that he needs to see it. 2 weeks to file a writ of habeas corpus to contest the extradition, while New York has 30 days to secure the governor's warrant for his transfer. Essentially, extradition takes time unless you actually fight it, and then it takes even more time. He will eventually be sent back to New York City for this one crime to be seen. Other crimes being dealt in Pennsylvania, I'm sure there'll be extra things, basically double those things up in New York City. I'm not a lawyer. I don't actually know the process, but I've seen a lot of TV and just kind of go along with it. This one ain't going away anytime soon. And from your sentiment, we have stories posted about people actually ponying up the money for his defense fund. He may get a very good, well-paid defense. We'll see if he can get him out of this offense.